video set, these go pretty fast. So what we have is a parent function. This parent function is f of x. Notice the shape is a V. Here is some of our points. Over 1, 1, negative 1, 1, 0, 0. If you recognize that, that's your absolute value function. Now we want to figure out what's the transformations, what's happening from the parent to now the child. If you notice, there's a flip going on. The flip is about the x-axis. All these points flip down. So we reflect about the x-axis. Now we want to come up with what would that equation look like. So here's my x-axis, or my x absolute value. If I go back to that purple slide, remember reflections here in the red? If we're talking the x-axis and we want to flip it, the rule is you're going to negate all those y values. Where does that negative fall? That negative falls in front of the absolute value. If it's y-axis, it'd be inside the absolute value. So here is what your equation would look like. So in part of your assignment, we're going to ask you to come up with what that equation is. And that's what it is in the yellow circle. All right, let's do one more. Again, here is our blue parent function. So we know that parent function is the absolute value of x. Now what happens? Here is our new child, and that critical point is over 5. There's 5. And then up 2. So what's happening? It's shifting to the right 5. So it's a horizontal shift, right 5. And then it's going up 2. So how do we create that new equation for our child? So here's our absolute value. Let's figure out how do we get a plus 2. So if I go back 2 slides, how do I go up 2? Right there. Up 2 happens at the end. It affects the y-axis. So we're going to go plus k. Now I'm just going to go down to the horizontal. We said we're going to the right h. So that will be, think opposite. So it'll be a minus there. All right, so let's go ahead and write that. I'm just going to erase this little guy here so I have some room. Again, we said right 5. So you have to think opposite. It's going to be a negative. So it's minus 5. And then now this is outside. It's at the end, plus 2. That would be our equation for our parent given that graph.